Mr. Lewis, thank you very much for taking the time to do this interview with me. Oh, it's absolutely all my pleasure. Please excuse my ignorance if I may seem that I'm unaware of the events that have occurred in the last 50 years, as I've been away. It's quite alright. You have a very much acceptable excuse for your absence. Could you give me a brief background of your life? I was born in Ireland on November 29th, 1898. I was raised a Christian but became an atheist at the age of 15. However, I later converted back to Christianity at age 33. I wrote a number of Christian apologetics and novels, most famous of which are Mere Christianity, The Problem of Pain, and The Chronicles of Narnia. I died on November 22nd, 1963, a week before my 65th birthday, due to many health issues. As a young boy, you were raised a Protestant. What turned you away from Christianity and towards atheism? Well, as a child, I was very bored with all the traditional church services and the slow hymns and the nonsense sermonized by my priest. And the more I thought about it, the less sense it made to me on how such a God could exist. My main theory was that if God, a loving God, were real, then there would not be so much pain, suffering, and evil in the world. However, I was only a boy and I know much better now. Alright. Your Christian faith has influenced most, if not all, of your works in some way or another. Who or what turned you back to the Christian faith, though? Well, J.R.R. Tolkien, author of Lord of the Rings, was a friend of mine while I was at Oxford University. He was a Roman Catholic and heavily influenced me. It seemed like every time I had a good argument against the concept of Christianity or even just theism, he had an even better rebuttal and explanation why my argument was incorrect. His arguments triggered a war within myself. I was constantly thinking about whether there was such a God and how it could be possible. It seemed like anything I thought of that seemed to disprove theism, I myself backfired with a better theory on how such a thing could actually prove theism instead. What are these called? Like fruit roll-ups or something? Oh my gosh, these are delicious. Mr. Lewis, could you please summarize your basic defense or argument for Christianity? Oh no, that'd be much too long to describe. I don't have a basic argument for Christianity, but rather a series of arguments that all logically and reasonably point to the existence of God. For example, in my book Mere Christianity, I discuss a number of things. One thing I talk about, however, is what I call the moral law. The moral law is simply our conscience, or the sense of morality that presses on us. We live in a moral universe, and in addition to physical facts such as this chair is black, that wall is white, there are moral facts such as lying is wrong or patience is a virtue. If materialism were true, there would only be physical facts, but there are moral facts as well. Religion best explains the reality of moral facts, hence there must be something beyond the universe. Okay. Alright. Many critics have considered your Chronicles of Narnia to be allegory, that is, that they have a hidden meaning behind them. Are these in fact allegorical novels, or did you purposely intend for readers and critics to pick up on all the Christian references in these books?
Dance! Speaking that booms, I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly! When I play a dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it, you bet I can't wait.
Sir? Oh, my apologies, you youngsters come up with some great stuff. Sorry, the question of my Chronicles of Narnia being allegory. These books are not allegory. I purposely inserted Christian themes and references to be seen in plain sight. In The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Aslan is portrayed as Jesus Christ, and I inserted many allusions leading to this fact. When Aslan is sacrificed, I was alluding to Jesus' crucifixion. All the White Witch's minions spit at him and mock at him, just as the people did as Jesus Christ carried the cross to become sacrificed. In the Bible, it is written that when Jesus breathed his last breath, the curtain in the Holy of Holies was ripped in half, signifying that anyone, not just priests, can interact and have a relationship with God. Similarly, I write that when Aslan breathes his last breath, the stone table upon which he is killed is broken in two. Okay. You have been dubbed the Apostle to the Skeptics due to your early skepticism of Christianity and later conversion. What was your target audience, believers or non-believers of Christianity, when writing your apologetic books? Apostle to the Skeptics. I like that. That's smart. Whoever came up with that, not bad at all. My target audience was actually non-believers. My goal was to show the common sense in Christianity, and many Christians believe that you're supposed to walk by faith, that you're supposed to believe without seeing, but many people that don't believe in God or don't believe in a higher power can't walk by faith. And so I was trying to show the common sense, show the reasoning behind theism and Christianity. Your book, Mere Christianity, was voted Book of the Century by Christianity Today in 2000. How does that make you feel? Won what? Book of the Century? Woo! Yeah! Mom, guess what? I'm just keeping this part on the video. Woo! That's what I think about that. How would you have Mr. Lewis? This interview is over. My name is C.S. Lewis, and I approve this message. What turned you away from your Mr. Lewis, could you please summarize your basic He had an even better rebuttal against the Aslan is portrayed as Jesus